Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel. Tap the notification bell. I would appreciate it majorly. So, I've made some videos about the coronavirus. It's like every news story is about the coronavirus, and you have varying degrees of opinions on it. I've sort of fallen in the more concerned camp and don't think this is, just the flu. And I mean, some of the stories are just very scary, and what's going on in Italy, and some of the things you read that they're basically having to prioritize some people on. They don't have enough health workers to care for the sick, and people that are going to die they can't give care to, so they have to focus on people they can save. I mean, that's the kind of things you're reading about, and I'm just broadly paraphrasing. And people are saying that that's going to happen in the United States. It's really scary. So, uh, but uh, but I don't make a video every time there's a new story. Obviously, I've just made a few. Here's one that just got my attention. The health minister in the United Kingdom has tested positive for the coronavirus. Recently. Her name is, and I don't know British politics that well. Her name is Nadine Dorries. That's her pictured there, as well as there. That's how that's how she's described. Health Minister Nadine Dorries. She's a conservative member of Parliament, MP. And I assume that Boris Johnson sort of nominated her to that position of health minister. It's actually described, I think, uh, here as Dorries, who has served as parliamentary Undersecretary of State for Health and Social Care since 2019, is self-isolating at home. So basically, on Friday, just Friday, she was exhibiting symptoms, and she's actually. It says also in one of these reports that she began her career early in life as a nurse. She recognized it, got herself tested. She's tested positive for it, and she's self-isolating at home. She tweeted here that thanks for so many good wishes. It's been pretty rubbish, but I hope over the worst of it now. More worried about my mom, my 84-year-old mom, who is staying with me and began with the cough today. She just tweeted this 4 hours ago. She is being tested tomorrow. Keep safe and keep washing those hands, everyone. So, 84-year-old mom showing some symptoms. Who she lives with. That's obviously scary too. And it's reported that she was just with. So they're going through the process now of trying to backtrack and see who she's had contact with while she's had the disease and so forth. Um, the identity of the individual who infected her is unknown. Focus will now fall on tracking down and testing the potentially hundreds of people Dorries will have been in contact with in the past week, both in Parliament and at the Health Department. So many people within the Health Department. It's just scary. That could have been infected. I mean, these are people you need to deal with the crisis, and at high levels in the government, particularly the part of the government that's at the center of dealing with the crisis, could potentially have been infected. So, it's pretty not good. And she also attended a Downing Street reception last week for International Women's Day, where the Prime Minister Boris Johnson was, and his fiancee Carrie Simmons were among the guests present. I don't know how close proximity she was to Boris Johnson. This picture here is from a previous campaign event, to the best of my knowledge. I mean, those look like campaign posters, and it doesn't. I'm fairly certain that that's not a current picture of International Women's Day. So I don't know how close in proximity she was with Boris Johnson, but that was just the day before that she was displaying symptoms. The International Women's Day was Thursday. Friday, she started showing symptoms and, got herself tested. And it's only Tuesday. I mean, I'm glad she's feeling better, but still, it seems pretty early in her, I mean, she just started displaying symptoms on Fridays, and the day before she was at least at an event with Boris Johnson, and how close proximity to him, we don't know. But a DHSC spokesman said Dorries, who began her career as a nurse, has been self-isolating at home since Friday. She's understood to be recovering. In a statement released by the department, she said, "I can confirm I have tested positive for coronavirus. As soon as I was informed, I took all the advised precautions and have been self-isolating at home." Public Health England has started detailed contact tracing, and the department and my parliamentary office are now closely following their advice. I would like to thank PHE and the wonderful NHS staff who have provided me with advice and support. So, Matt Hancock, the health secretary, tweeted, "Really sorry to hear Nadine has tested positive for coronavirus. She has done the right thing by self-isolating at home, and both NHS and PHE staff have been brilliant. We all wish her well as she recovers." There has been speculation that Parliament could be suspended to limit the spread of coronavirus among MPs, peers, and staff, but Downing Street has, as yet, played down this idea. A spokesman said there was still no plans to suspend Parliament to prevent the spread of the virus. "We are closely following guidance from Public Health England in response to the situation and have been reassured that the measures we are taking are proportionate and appropriate." I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if in the coming days they did, suspend Parliament, because you just can't have, basically all the people that represent the people from throughout the country falling ill, or and getting seriously ill. So the health minister Nadine Dorries has been tested positive for coronavirus and is self-isolating right now in her apartment. As of Friday, she showed symptoms. I don't know exactly when her positive test came back. I assume, within the last 24 hours or less. It seems to be breaking right now. And that is the story there, man. That is the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.